The Sharks are back in an all-new season of Shark Tank, where hopeful entrepreneurs from across the country dream of a chance to secure an investment and gain powerful partners to start, grow, or save their businesses.
I'm not trying to make friends, I'm trying to make money. We can dramatically increase profit.
If the Sharks hear a great idea, they're ready to invest using their own money.
They're so greedy.
And they'll fight each other for a piece of the action.
I feel this Barbara crap.
I worked with him. He's miserable.
You're a vicious granny.
I'm not vicious at all.
But first, the entrepreneurs must convince a shark to invest the full amount they're asking for, or they'll walk away with nothing.
I don't think you have a clue about what you're going to do to run your business.
You have no business concept.
It's sink.
You're getting your ass kicked in here.
Or swim.
Any side effect? Diarrhea.
You guys don't make it easy, do you? Welcome to the Shark Tank.
Who are the Sharks? They're self-made millionaire and billionaire investors who are entrepreneurs themselves. Kevin O'Leary is a venture capitalist who turned a $10,000 loan into a software business worth $4.2 billion. Barbara Corcoran went from working as a waitress in Manhattan to building the city's preeminent real estate empire. Damon John is a fashion mogul and branding expert who grew his homemade clothing line into the globally recognized fashion brand FUBU. Robert Herjavec, the son of an immigrant factory worker, is now a technology mogul who sold his first internet companies for over $350 million. And Mark Cuban, notorious billionaire entrepreneur and the outspoken owner of the Dallas Mavericks. First in is Drew Beaumier with his idea of the next generation of costumes.
Oh, Lord.
Are they people?
Hello, Sharks. My name is Drew Beaumier. My product is Drive Suits, and I'm requesting $150,000 for a 20% equity stake in my company. Drive Suits are the first generation of wearable recreational devices and are unlike any other product available on the market today. Their main attraction is the function to instantaneously transform the user from a human or walking state to a vehicular or motor-driven form.
Crazy.
Whether I'm at a national convention or simply testing a prototype out in the street, everyone stops, and the first thing they always ask me is, where can I get one? This leads me to believe that the highest financial payoff for my invention exists in mass manufacturing and distribution. With your much-needed investments and equally needed and respected business expertise, I see absolutely no reason why together we can't mark a new standard in children's entertainment and create a product that literally drives off the shelves. Thank you very much.
How fast does it go?
It goes about 10, maybe 12 miles an hour.
Drew, can I see it? Can
Absolutely.
Drew, how did you come up with the idea?
Just basically, I needed to make my rent money, and I just kind of had this idea. I saw a flyer for costume contests, and I saw a chance to, like, definitely make my money back, my investment back, even if it was just selling the costume after I created it.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
So, I get you put it on, then how do you go?
It's a hand sword.
Oh. Oh, that's cool.
And I know it's mechanical and technological looking, but honestly, all it is a positive-negative wire to a battery with a switch.
Is that insurable?
I actually think these are safer than most, like, standing
Because you're
apparatuses.
so close to the ground, you can't fall, yeah.
How big is the box that you ship this in?
I have not yet begun selling them. I was pretty much advised to not sell until I had everything covered with patenting.
What do you want the 150 for?
I believe that's the minimal amount I would need to bring my product to the next level, which is basically having an AutoCAD drawing, all patents, and getting a manufacturer's request.
Tell us about what it takes to build one, you know, what the pieces are, and then also go into the patents you're trying to put together.
They're basically made out of currently successful children's products and toys.
Have you been to Toy Fair yet?
I haven't. I mostly work in, like, costume contests and performances and appearances. In the past 2 years, we've won about 5 contests, and I made about $25,000 in cash and prizes.
But Drew, isn't it time at this point to partner with one of the big toy companies, because so much of the challenge you face is manufacturing, which they have nailed down, and more importantly, distribution. What you're wearing could probably be dumbed down to a $99 price point, I would hope, and perhaps packaged in a way that would fit on the shelves of Walmart. If you had a partner.
But what's proprietary about it, Kevin? Like, he goes to a toy company. What's unique? What can't they copy?
Basically, what I have to bring to the table for them is just the trial and error over the past few years. These are definitely not the first prototypes.
So it's your experience.
Yes. The best thing I have in place is I have the trademark for drive suits. I have not been able to afford a patent. I had a provisional patent which expired, but I didn't see it doing much good.
Whoa, don't like that.
You know what? These guys are wasting time. I call these guys hammerheads because they think that everything that walks in the door is a nail, and they just try to pound them.
Because it works, Mark, that's
It doesn't
why.
work. You guys aren't about, look, you guys aren't about a product yet.
So what are they
you've
about?
You guys have gone and you've won all this money at costume parties. Tell me how much money you've made, what you've been hired to do.
My daily rate is usually for a costume for an 8-hour days. I usually charge $300 or $400.
Oh my
it?
gosh, that's
It's not
way too low.
What is it you want? You want to be a circus performer, or you want to sell 500,000 units through the toy channel?
That's what I would like to do. Like I said, I'd much rather mass manufacture them and...
Okay, so you need a partner to do that.
Absolutely.
So why wouldn't you take this to a toy company, partner with them? They're currently paying between 5 and 7% in royalties. You'd make some money, my friend.
Sir.
What they're really going to say is, it's not quite ready. We're not going to pay you 7% of anything right now because there's nothing to pay. We're not going to pay you an upfront fee. And oh, by the way, even if we like it, we're going to take 6 months to put together a contract. And meanwhile, you're sitting around doing nothing.
So, Mark, you want to send this guy into a destiny of being a circus performer?
Drew, here's my challenge. You want to manufacture these. As we decided, this is one of the rare times, I think, unless you have a patent or some proprietary technology, you're going to be in trouble. I'm out.
Thank you.
So, Drew, it's just so soon for me because there's so many mysteries right now with how much it's going to cost, where you're going to make it, how you're going to ship it. I'm sorry, but I'm out.
Okay.
I'm very concerned about the liability issue because I have kids, and seeing my kids on the streets with this, I think I'd be sick with worry, honestly. For that reason, I'm out.
Thank you.
3 sharks are out. Mark and Kevin are Drew's last chance at a deal.
I like the business. I'm going to make you an offer. Using this $150,000, we're going to make 20 of these.
Okay.
And then we'll work with costume designers to create different looks. And we'll go out, we'll have some fun, and we'll make it viral, we'll put it online. We'll also hire an engineer to help you optimize the design of this. We'll see where we can take it in terms of cost. Then we'll make some business decisions. Because the key here, you have to understand, you're not a company yet.
So Cuban wants you to work for him and suck your blood for about 3 years until maybe there's some kind of commercial use, and then he'll...
That's so far from the truth.
As an elephant in a circus. You might get a feedback.
No, it's so far from the truth, and you know it. So if we can agree that there's some uncertainty, and we'll learn as we go, and we'll make some business decisions as we go, then I'll offer you $150,000 in cash for 40% of the company.
Thank you very much for your offer.
I don't like to think small like that. I don't want to put you in a circus with a cattle prod and keep blasting you. I want to go big, I think big.
Okay.
I would give you $150,000 for 30% of the company with one contingency. I bring it to a toy company, they're either going to love it or they're going to hate it. So the risk you've got with my deal is they simply don't think there's an opportunity for it. You know, I sold my company to a toy company. I know all the toy company CEOs.
Look, Drew, 2 things that are absolute. 1, with my deal, you have cash in hand. Period, end of story. 2, there's no toy company that won't take my call. The question is that the right thing to do? I mean, there's no question mine's the better offer.
You're either going to be an elephant or you're going to be rich. You have 2 paths. What are you going to do?
Drew has 2 offers on the table. $150,000 for 40% of his company from Mark Cuban. Kevin's offer is $150,000 for 30%, contingent on a deal with a toy company.
Drew, isn't it time at this point to partner with one of the big toy companies? We will either get a deal or not. The beauty is I know how to negotiate it, and you will either be in a partnership with a toy company right away or you won't be. And you'll either be very rich or you'll work for Mark as an elephant.
Look, Drew, the idea of trying to sell to toy manufacturers is ridiculous. You don't want to go to license to them. You want to build buzz. We put it online. We create a big viral buzz, and we start building a business that way. It may not get as huge right away, but if it clicks, it can get real big.
You know, I'm not trying to make friends, Drew. I'm trying to make money. And I think you should get in tune with that. Be one with the dollar.
You guys don't make it easy, do you?
Welcome to the Shark Tank.
have no problem with waiting something out and building it slowly and taking baby steps. But I'm kind of a gambler. Kevin, would you work with me, please?
Oh, man.
Oh my God, what a mistake.
That's great, thank you very much.
Oh my God.
Appreciate it.
You lost too, Mr. Wonderful.
He made the biggest mistake any entrepreneur has ever come in here. He
Every
came out
entrepreneur has to
zero-sum
take
game.
a chance, Mark, and he did.
What are you
Say
doing?
cheese. I'm taking a picture, man, and sharing it with the world.
Don't do that.
Ah, it's too late, baby. I got my T-Mobile super fast 4G.
Oh, yeah.
In season 1, Jeff Cohen first walked away from $1 million offer from Kevin O'Leary for his foldable guitar company, Voyage Air.
I won't give up 51%.
Why?
Jeff, because I'm
You're
not
your
going to give
own
up
worst
control.
enemy.
Last season, he returned to the tank and finally sealed a deal with Kevin. Let's see what they're up to now.
Jeff finally came to his senses, and boy, is he lucky he did. Because I brought him here to Fender Guitar, the most iconic brand in the world of guitars. Gentlemen.
Hey, guys.
Richard, good to see you. Let me introduce you to Jeff. This is Jeff's chance to pitch his folding neck technology to Fender executives. With my connections and his great product, this is a fantastic opportunity.
It has Voyager hinge technology built into your guitar, and all we do is we pop it into place, and now you have very first Fender Voyager guitar.
Folding Fender?
Wow. Folding Fender.
Yeah. Pretty nice. Let's try it.
We could talk to 5 or 10 dealers in various parts of the country. We could do 150 guitars.
I'm pretty excited about this opportunity. Got a deal?
You got a deal, sir. All right, Fender's agreed to do a test of 150 folding neck guitars in 5 to 10 stores.
To quote Mr. Wonderful, we're all going to make a lot of money.
Next up is David Cox with a business aimed at educating baby boomers.
Hello, Sharks. My name is David A. Cox. I am the CEO and founder of PC Classes Online. I'm seeking $150,000 in exchange for 15% equity in my business. For 2 years, I managed an Apple Computers dealer in Cape Cod, Massachusetts, where I taught basic computer classes to the general public. These classes exploded in popularity. And one day, I was teaching a class, and I looked out into the audience, and I discovered something. Every single person in that audience was over the age of 50. I had my aha moment. There is a massive demand in this world for someone who can teach technology to the 50-plus crowd. And here to help explain and demo our service, I have with me our new student, the one and only Bruce Valanche.
Hello, Sharks. Kevin, thank you for borrowing the shirt.
Sharks, pretend that Bruce here is settled in the comfort of his own home. He has just signed up for our service. He's going to immediately start to receive our online newsletters, which contain a list of all of the classes and all the times each class is offered. So, Bruce, we've just finished our intro to Photoshop class.
I have a problem. There's a photo that I want to send out of me, and it's flawless. It's the Mona Lisa. Well, there's one tiny flaw. There's a zit. It's not a tiny zit. It's Mount St. Zit.
Oh my God, is that hideous?
I know.
All we do is we take this little tool here, it's called the lasso, and we're just gonna circle that sucker right there. Hold shift, tap delete, enter, and voila, your pimple is no more.
Yikes.
Sharks, we want to get PC Classes Online into the hands of every computer and gadget retailer. By bundling our service with their hardware sales, we can dramatically increase both of our profit.
David, how did you meet Bruce?
He taught my mother to Skype. Now I can't get rid of her. I turn on the computer, there she is.
Why are you bundling your sales with hardware sales? What's your logic behind that?
Both my parents are therapists, and they taught me a very interesting basic rule in psychology, that if you can touch it, it's real. So instead of just saying, hey, why don't you buy these classes, by putting it in their hands, they can touch it. It makes it real. We sell our service for $199 a year, and for the retailer, we sell it to them at $99. They're getting 100% markup.
So you don't want a bundle, you want it to be sold as an add-on.
Yes.
You don't even know what you want.
You don't even understand the difference between a bundle and an add-on. A bundle is when you put together two products or services for one price. An add-on is something you add to in a sale afterwards for more money. You don't even get that. You're a bozo.
Do you have any sales?
We've only been in existence for 6 months, but we have about 115 members.
How much did it come to in revenue?
We're currently right around $35,000.
Let's say I go to a large manufacturer and I say, bundle this into 1 million laptops.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the capacity to service them. You blow up in 2 seconds.
If it was that many, we would have to expand rapidly.
You think?
We do not pay our teachers because what we offer them is at the end of teaching a class, the teacher can say, if you'd like to do a private lesson, here's how you can sign up.
You need slave grunts that work for free initially, and then you hope that some percentage of those individuals end up getting a direct relationship with your customer. Do you get a piece of it?
We get 30%.
You are valuing this business at $1 million. Okay, so is there anything else that you can tell me that's gonna give me the aha moment that it's worth $1 million?
What it comes down to is passion.
Oh,
That's such a huge, you're the only person that has passion. That's such a differentiator.
I want to hear this one.
Thank God we finally found somebody with passion.
I got to tell you, David, I used to write for Computer Reseller News, so I'm very familiar. I love the idea of classes online in 1985. It's been done again and again and again. And to come in as your differentiation being 50 years old, yet you haven't said a single solitary word about what you're going to do to identify 50-plus-year-old consumers, and you've gotten bundling confused with upsell at retailers, I don't think you have a single solitary clue about what you're going to do to run your business. Now, you may think I'm going to go out after saying all that. And you would be right. I'm out.
Dave, there's no market for this. 115 users, 35,000 sales. As an investment, you're about 30 years too late. I'm out.
What I think is so remarkable is you've got people doing this for free for you. You're basically an online computer pimp. And believe me, David, it's not worth $1 million. I'm out.
Dave, there's 3 sharks that are out.
Mm-hmm.
David, horrible idea, horrible pitch, horrible valuation. I'm out.
It's all right. Thank you.
Well, unlike the other sharks, I think there is a need for live classes to the 50-plus crowd.
And this isn't it.
I don't know if this is it or not, but I think you've got to do it from the ground up and get some traction. So with that, I'm out.
Thank you, everyone. I appreciate your time.
David, you made us laugh. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Come on, let's get sushi.
Thanks, Bruce.
Humor battles everything.
Yeah, because that idea sucked.
It was terrible.
No, I don't think so.
I think Bruce just wanted to meet Barbara.
He's my type.
Sharks, you ripped me a new one. It was brutal, but I still love you.
Next up is Bill Lyons with a website to help win in the real estate game.
Sharks, I'm Bill Lyons, and my business is Revestor, the real estate search engine of the future. Today, I'm seeking $250,000 in exchange for 10% equity in my company. Revestor is doing for real estate what the internet's done for car buying and stock trading. Revestor gives you access to information that only investors have had up until now. Say you're a first-time home buyer. You want to make sure you're doing everything the right way, but you also want all the answers instantly at your fingertips so you can figure it out for yourself. Mr. Wonderful.
I'm here.
Let's say you're a real estate investor and you want one thing, to make money. The most money possible. And you know one of the hardest things to do in the first place is to find deals.
Go on.
Let me give you a quick tour and show you how it works. You go to the home page, and you simply tell it what kind of property you're looking for. Then it tells you which properties have the most potential in a map and list view. You can then go to the detail page, and it gives you all the key real estate indicators that are associated with the property. It's so easy to use, anyone can do it. For example, Mark, Barbara, Robert, let's say that you all recently bought similar homes. What you don't know is that house A has the potential to make money. House B is going to break even. House C, unfortunately, is upside down and underwater. Question is, which one of you bought house C?
So, Bill, how do you predict the value of a house 5 years from now?
Well, our proprietary algorithm makes some assumptions, but obviously it's up to the user to decide what they
Tell
believe.
me about the proprietary algorithm that you use. Like, what criteria do you use to come up with the best deal?
The patent is submitted on the fact that we have the ability to generate and search by key real estate indicators.
Where are you getting the data from? Just the same source everybody else has?
We're partnered with the largest listing distributor in the United States.
Which is?
ListHub and Point2.
Oh, there are so many of them.
I thought, Bill, when you came out here, you were going to say, look, the world has a huge problem. It's full of blood-sucking real estate agents like Barbara, who suck out all the profits in their transaction fees up front, 3 to 6%, so I'm already underwater when I buy a house. If you could solve that problem, get rid of the Barbaras of the world, then you'd have something. Get me directly to the buyer, maybe, so I don't have to get all of that value sucked out by Barbara.
We still need Barbara as an expert.
No, we don't. We got to get rid of her.
We never need Barbara. We don't trust the Barbaras, right?
Stop using Barbara.
Sorry.
I feel I'm missing something basic here. Okay. I'm an investor. I want to buy in Los Angeles. I have $400,000 to spend, and I have 30% down. How are you going to locate the best house, not being a fortune teller, knowing what's going to happen in the LA market over the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? How are you able to make a prediction on value? I don't understand what your magic sauce is here.
Best question so far. It gives you key indicators that are associated with the property to see.
Like what? For example?
For example, cash flow, cap rate, return on investment.
That's a spreadsheet. That's a spreadsheet.
I can we're not cut and pasting a spreadsheet online. That's not what we're doing. So
what are you doing?
We're giving people house A, B, C, which is better, what's the value of that?
I want to stop them from ripping you apart, so maybe I can help you.
Thank you.
Do you have any sales?
We're in 10 cities so far. Our revenue model's not rolled out yet. I'm not here to mess around and make a few $1,000. I want to be one of the largest real estate websites, do $100 million in revenue, and be a billion-dollar company. I've done this before. I'm not an entrepreneur. I've been around the block before.
What did you do before?
I built a $20 million company from scratch.
Well, what kind of company was it, and what did you do?
It was a financial services company.
Really? That's my area. What did it do?
We're mortgage, real estate, and life insurance.
Know that business very well. And what happened?
2007, all of our lenders stopped funding deals, and it was horrible. I lost $1 million.
Bill, you know something about this
But why
business.
can't you use your software to predict that?
The software didn't exist then.
What you haven't said is, here's my model and how I make revenue. Okay, I'm interested. I want to buy a home in LA. How do you make money for me?
Okay. So right now, maybe you're going to a foreclosure website to get auction data, and you're spending $50 a month for that. Here, you can get the MLS and the auction data. The auction sites just give you the date and the time of the
I buy a
auction.
subscription for $49.95 a month?
$99.
$99 a month.
Because you're getting both. You're getting the MLS data and the foreclosure auction data.
Okay.
I'm analyzing it for you. I'm going to instantly give you the deals in your criteria.
So you're really
you're
not going after the one-time buyer. You're going after somebody who's investing in real estate, which is a subset of the real estate buyer market. You're almost a service entity for very small vertical financial buyers.
The normal home buyer that buys 5 million properties.
No, you're confusing me. Is it for the normal couple that's going out to buy a home, or is it for the shark out there who wants to get a foreclosure property and rent it out or flip it? Which is your audience?
It's for both, because people are scared to buy. They want more information.
Bill, you're only going to have that person.
Bill, you're talking out of both sides of your mouth. It's incredible.
Bill, let me see if I get it, and maybe that'll help.
Okay, thank you.
So you're buying the data from the two sources. That gives you MLS listings, the listing of all the houses that are for sale, plus another source that's giving you the auction listings. Right. And you'll give me a little bit of help with your algorithms.
Right, you're not using an archaic spreadsheet.
I'm going to pay you $99 a month for access to that.
Right.
I hate that business. I'm out.
Okay. Well, Bill, I'm glad that Mark explained it to me as well, because if it was that hard for you to explain it to me, it's going to be that much harder for you to explain to customers, and that pitch was underwater. I'm out.
I buy a lot of foreclosed property in my local market because I understand it, and I have access to brokers who have great information. They have certain information that is on no website. I don't think you can possibly think of a formula that will lead me to the right conclusion that this is a great investment or it's not a great investment. But you do have one great thing going for you. Nobody can tell if you're wrong. No one's going to know if you're ever right. Because the only time you find out whether you indicated a great investment or not is when I go to sell it in 2 years, 5 years, 8 years. And where are you going to be then? I'm out.
Thank you.
Bill, you have no business concept. You talk out of both sides of your mouth.
I'm going to build this company to a $100 million company right next to Zillow.
Bill, there's nothing wrong with believing that. But the presentation you came up with today made you appear like a bit of a con artist.
I'm not a...
I'm out.
You're getting your ass kicked in here.
I know.
You know, I always respect somebody that comes out of financial services because it's a very tough space, and the one you've come out of was a really tough space. So you're trying to get back in the game. Nothing wrong with that, but won't be with me. I'm out.
Thank you. Everybody's out?
Bill, you got to leave now before it gets better.
Okay, thank you.
You reminded me of you, Barbara.
He wasn't a dishonest guy. He just didn't present well.
Did he leave with an extra orifice? The answer is yes.
I clearly blew it out there. It was brutal. It was like I walked into a wood chipper.
I'm Beverly Vines Haynes. And I'm Charlotte Clary, and we're from Yelm, Washington. We've been friends 26 years, and between the two of us, we have 37 grandkids. You'd think 37 grandchildren would keep us busy enough. But while all our friends are out scrapbooking and quilting, we've developed a major business. Things are so busy at the factory. We now have both our husbands working here with us. Oh, still my favorite. We also want our grandchildren to learn the value of hard work. So we are happy to put them to work as soon as they get old enough. It is definitely a family business. So you want a full set of every flavor. Now that we've got all this business, we cannot keep handcrafting our product. To get to the level we want to get to, we need the Sharks. A deal with the Sharks would be amazing for the entire family. Vines Haynes.
And I'm Charlotte Clary, and we're the founders of Ice Chips Candy.
We're asking for $250,000 in exchange for a 15% equity in our company.
In the competitive candy and mint world, xylitol is the hottest alternative sweetener going. Ice chips are the yummiest, healthiest xylitol candy on the market. Most sugar-free candy and healthy candy taste like petrified flour. But our candy comes in 17 exciting flavors, is zesty, stimulating, and actually good for adults and children.
It's true. Xylitol is a natural sweetener. Germs and bacteria cannot grow on it, so dentists love it. Life still hands out plenty of surprises. We thought by this time we would be doing grandma things for our 37 grandchildren.
Wow. Whoa.
But no, we're taking orders, shipping ice chips, and negotiating prices all over the world. We may have started out as two grannies in a garage, but believe me, we've grown far beyond that now.
And all we had to give up was the thrilling life of scrapbooking and quilting many of our friends enjoy. Not. Now we'd like you to try our ice chips.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Charlotte.
Thank you.
Kevin, Beverly says she thinks she used to babysit you.
Tastes great.
Doesn't taste sugar-free.
So, ladies, xylitol is all natural. It's not chemically made.
Natural. Yes.
I've never seen this type of candy.
Health food stores are our primary source for sales. Dentists sell them. A lot of them sell them in their offices. We use American xylitol made from the birch bark of the birch tree.
Any downside to that chemical? It's something I'm not familiar with. Any side effect?
Only if you eat the whole tin.
Yeah, then there can be a little tummy distress if you ate the whole tin.
Tummy distress. What would that be?
Diarrhea.
Oh. It's not like a laxative. I'm just trying to get clarity.
No, not like a laxative.
All right, you guys can continue to eat them then.
You're a couple of grannies on steroids, I get it. You're valuing your ice chips business at $1.67 million. That's quite a bit. Explain to me why you think it's worth that much money.
This year, up through Friday, our sales for ice chips was $342,000.
Really?
Yes. Last year's sales were $360,000.
Wow, Charlotte, that's fantastic.
So we've
Sales are-
almost doubled.
Oh, so you're halfway through. So
Yes.
you think you'll hit 700,000 this year?
We actually think we could hit that $1 million mark by
Those
the end
are
of the
some
year.
sweet numbers. What are you making it for? What are you selling it for?
We make it right now for $1.11 a tin. It wholesales for $3.12.5 a tin.
Nice.
The average sale in a store is $5.
Are you opening more accounts, or are the same accounts just increasing their orders?
Yes and yes.
Nice.
We have about 10 new accounts, 10 to 12 new accounts every week.
Why is it shaped like flakes?
The honest answer?
No, I want you to lie to me, Granny.
Two grannies in a garage couldn't press out 100,000 little pellets.
Yeah.
So you
Come
just
on,
hit it with a
seriously?
hammer?
Serious.
Bang?
Yep.
But they said you couldn't make hard candy from xylitol. And we did what they said couldn't be done. And by pouring it and then breaking it this way and calling it ice chips, everyone has loved it.
Tell me your background before you became grannies.
Well, I was a romance writer, so probably not going to help you much.
I have a Bachelor of Science degree in natural health.
There's other candies in the market. I just want to know about your competitors.
Spry is our biggest competitor because dentists also do them. But they have a pressed candy like
Like an Altoid?
Maybe Altoids is pressed.
And are these sold only in mainly health food stores, or are they in 7-Elevens and Walgreens? And
Well, that's distribution. It's hard to get in. We do have a lot of grocery stores.
But there's a
Green grocery-
distributor you want to sell to that's going to supply all them.
So you guys, you have everything. You know your market, you know your numbers. You're making money, so why are you here?
Automation. To bring our margin down where we make this for 77 cents.
Basically wants to buy you a machine that's going to cost $250,000, right?
Yeah.
Well,
250,000. That's not even 5,000 per grandchild. Get those grandchildren out there working. Get them each to make a few $1,000, and you're good to go.
We are.
we have two of them working there now.
I'd like to make you an offer. What I like best about the product over all of the candy products I've seen, dietary or not, is I love the idea that you have chips. You can pick how big or little a chip you want to pop in your mouth. I don't know why, but I love like picking it out, like a choice.
You're right.
You know? That's unique. And I would just like go on a sales call with you just to see what you do. You're a hoot.
So it'd be 3 grandmas.
Whatever,
It's a
no
full
problem.
granny gang.
And if you want to call me a grandma, no problem. So I'm going to give you half the investment, 125, but I'll have to have more stock. I would need a third of the business for that, 33%.
Oh, that's crazy.
For just your piece?
Yes, for just my piece.
So, Barbara, they have to go out and raise the other 125 and get another 33%.
You're a vicious granny.
Beverly and Charlotte have one partial offer on the table from Barbara, but she wants a whopping 33% of the company for just her half of the investment.
You're a vicious granny.
I'm not vicious at all.
Ladies, what else is in this candy?
Finish,
Hold
Barb.
on.
Finish, Barb.
Please, please, please. What I guarantee you, as part of the offer, is that I'll get you in 3,000 big box stores to sell your product. And that's worth a lot.
If you feel free to take out your dentures and throw it at her for that rude
What
and
is wrong
insensitive
with that?
offer.
How long would it take you to get into all those big box stores?
Not long.
Grannies, I want to put the other half up that Barbara needs and get something else from me. I'm going to talk her back into sanity on value. So what I'm going to say is this. I'll put up the other $125,000, and we will each get 20% each. So we're taking 40%, not 66%.
You know what? I will retrench a bit on that value, but not with this guy. He's no fun to work with. He's totally focused on money, and you both
You
know
need
it's not
somebody
about
like
the
Mr.
money.
Wonderful in the model.
Trust me, you don't need him. So I'll do that deal. Any other guys want to do that deal? No problem, but not with this guy. So I'll do $125,000 for 20% because I must say I did feel
Look
a
at the
little bit
value I
greedy.
created for you already. I took her down from being insane, asking for 66%.
Well, I'm interested. My only concern is I don't want you guys to be doing the manufacturing. I don't want you to have to learn that part of the business. So what I'd be interested in is $250,000 for 30%, and we go out and take the manufacturing elsewhere.
Do we have any other offers? Solid?
Patience is a virtue.
I'm the only full offer. You have half offers from Kevin and Barbara.
Well, Barbara doesn't want to play in this candy box.
Want to take 40% of your company.
I delivered so much value to the grannies, and I'm getting nothing for it. I'm really heartbroken.
We're smiling at you, pretty. That helps.
It helps.
I'm interested in working with Barbara because I think she works really well with consumer products. I see a lot of ways that we can work together. So I'm happy to go in with Barbara at $125K for 20% and $125K for 20%.
You know, when I put out my offer, I was hoping Mark would jump in with me. There's no better partner here.
Ladies, it's sweeter than I would have offered you. I'm out.
Thank you.
Okay, grannies, let's shake it up a bit. I want back in this deal. Okay, so here's what I'm going to propose. I want to join Damon. So he'll put up $125,000. I'll put up $125,000. So you get your $250,000. But I want to be part of a 35% deal, all right? But you get 2 sharks. And it's still way less than what Barbara and Mark are asking for. They're so greedy.
Ooh, so grandmas.
I think that might sweeten the deal. If you have 2 sharks here for less percentage.
Grandmas, Kevin and Damon, or Mark and Barbara?
The sweet deal or the yuck mouths?
The vindictive deal or the honest deal?
We know. We know.
Oh, you do? Wow.
I've decided that I'm dropping my partner already.
Whoa, everything changes in the tank.
And I'm going down to 25% for $250,000.
Damon, what happened there? Your offer is $250,000 for 25%. Whoa. But you, just like Barbara, are dumping Kevin to the curb.
I'm dumping Kevin. The only reason why is because I feel this Barbara crap growing on them, and I want to make sure that they don't make the wrong decision. So what are you going to do?
You can tell.
Okay, we're going to go with Barbara and Mark.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Smart people. You picked the good people.
I never liked grandmothers.
Don't be mean to grandma.
Bye.
Thanks, ladies.
We so appreciate them all, but we just really felt the Barbara-Mark combination for our personality was probably going to be the best. Business-wise, a different decision might be good, but personality-wise, we will kill it together.
Listen, I can go to bed knowing I helped Granny.
Talking about judging a book by its cover. They're hustlers.
This is something that Barbara will enjoy. They would love to get on the phone with her and hear her ramble about her cockamamie stories for like 2 weeks.
I love the grandmas.
I love the grandmas too, and I hate,
Next time on Shark Tank.
You are a nasty beast.
I'm not a nasty beast.
I like that.
A delicious looking morsel, no?
I'm in love with you.
I'm a little in love with you, too.
Whoa! There's $50,000 on the table. Can you convince another shark to play?
Energy shots that are out right now suck.
You know how crazy that sounds?
When you first came out, I thought you were 2 bozos in a boat, but you're not so dumb.
I think you're going to need more cash.
I like it a lot. I'll give you what you want.